Yeah. All right, this is the Equity and Inclusion Committee meeting. It is 6:33 p.m. And this is a special meeting that we are having to just approve a letter of support for the Timoth Community Pavilion proposal and grant application. So everybody, I sent a draft letter. I don't know if everybody's been able to read it. Oh, I want to say that who is all here too. So we got Sherry, Kim, myself, Melody, Cindy, Aileen, and then Gail is over here. And right, Rick is over there.
A new attendee.
Yeah. So that's all who is here. So shall I read the letter so everybody can hear it?
Who is this letter? Is this what you've drafted?
Yeah, this committee is drafting a letter of support.
Yeah.
So I'll read it. Just like board and community members, the Equity and Inclusion Committee is writing in support of the Community Pavilion project. The proposed pavilion will be a community gathering space next to the playground to give families, groups, and others a place to picnic, have an outdoor meeting, performance, or gathering third space. A third space would be an important inclusive addition in town, which allows anyone to spontaneously gather under cover without the need for a reservation or donation. It will also be used regularly by the school for outdoor classroom and meeting space that is weather protected, quiet, and safely away from any traffic areas. The donated picnic tables that are out in the elements right now would fit nicely under the pavilion space as well. Another part of the build would be to redirect water from the west slope into the existing ditch running on the north side of the community center and resolve a long-time issue with standing water after rain in the playground area. The space would also enhance events held at the community center, providing an alternative covered outdoor gathering space. We encourage the select board to consider and support this community endeavor. Respectfully, Melody Squire, Chair, Equity and Inclusion Committee. So, discussion on the letter?
Read fine to me.
Any edits, any mistakes?
I have a question that's not in the letter, and I honestly have no idea about where is it supposed to be, because we talk about it's changing drainage, but where is the structure supposed to go?
So when I stepped with, I give you a map. Yep. Because I was walking around, but I talked to you on the phone. Yeah, so we do have a map.
You know where the Gaga pit is?
Yeah, it's near the Gaga pit. Yeah.
It's up near the Gaga pit.
Yes, it's on the, that.
So one of the concerns I had heard from one of the parents of the, kid at the school was blocking the road. Where's Bliss Road? Is that Bliss Road that goes up there?
Oh,
why would that?
It won't block that road.
Yeah, no. And then I was like, how in the world would they have gotten this far if it was going to be blocking an existing road?
This is where. So that's community center there. And
hold on.
Orient yourself.
Which way are we? So the school,
the playground's right here. Hard to see it, but it's right there. Gaga pit's over here right now. The go into the outdoor classroom in the woods is there. So that's where it would be. It's a little big. I don't know, Aileen, how I got on Google Maps and actually were able to draw and make something, but I said I'm not changing it. I got something on there.
I don't know where they're getting that then. How are they coming up with that at all?
No, there's no land. This road's right there. That's nothing to do.
And that's why I was like, if you guys have these concerns, go to the meeting, because I'm sure there's a way to know where it is.
Right.
And that wasn't in there.
And Front Porch Forum had the picture. Oh no, it didn't.
I was gonna say I couldn't see it.
Yeah. I didn't know how to put it up there.
I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah.
Technology.
I know.
So that was the only concern that I had heard from somebody was blocking the road and also funds. And I talked to Jen Galusha. Did you have a letter that you were going to include from her tonight, or was it at the other meeting?
It's going to be at the select board meeting.
Okay. Because I had spoke with her briefly and she's like, I'm assuming they're going to read it, but I feel like if there's enough support of the positive reasons, we might not have to rely as much on funds from anything, people will want to donate if there's a good reason.
Right.
A lot of people had said also the other concern was, should the money go somewhere else for the school? I feel like this is a whole separate thing in itself.
Right.
But they're trying to lump it because it's being utilized by the school.
right,
So-
yeah.
So you might come up against that.
Well,
It just, you know.
town money, and that's town land is separate from school. The school operates on its.
Right, but I think
yeah.
they're trying to lump because it will be double dipped by utilizing.
But that's what happened with the community center as well. Yeah,
I wasn't here for that. I'm just
I
saying.
know, I know.
Just so you know,
yeah.
these are the concerns I've heard, so I'm
Exactly,
curious what
yeah.
your feedback was.
They're just going to benefit from the
Right.
town, the community's efforts.
What are you up to as far as donations? You had said in the first couple hours you got 20,000, so you're
We've got
like
for the
25 off.
In the first
Or
week,
27.
yeah, no, we do have people that have committed to a little over 20 at this point.
Yeah.
And then there's another meeting going on. We're getting there's creative ways to raise money. Just because we have to show that we have the committed money
Right.
for the whole project, for the grant. And then we can get up to $25,000 back for the application of the grant. If we don't get what we're asking for, I don't see, unless we miraculously get all the money, see us moving forward. But it's like worth trying for me, the grant application, so.
Right.
And it meets what the goals of the Equity and Inclusion Committee. To make an inclusive space where you don't have to, you can just spontaneously go there. And it was really funny because Jen was saying, yeah, I went to the Wallingford town to ask, do I have to make a reservation to use their pavilion because I wanted to have a birthday party? And they're like, oh no, you just go, you know. So, you know, you meet people there. And that's how.
And there are other towns like up north and I think it was Milton or Colchester, my sister used it and you definitely had to rent it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no bathrooms on the facility, there's
Yeah.
like nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not that there is over there either, but you
Right.
think with a rental, there would be.
you think, yeah. Yeah, so this is supposed to be just more low-key spontaneous. And I mean, it's the same thing with the playground. People go to the playground,
Right.
and yeah. So.
And if they're already renting the community center, they have those facilities. I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
think with the external rental, there would be a bathroom, like.
Yeah, yeah.
So the rec committee had a different take on that, so you might want to have a conversation
Okay.
with them.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Melody, are you looking for a motion to approve sending the letter?
Yes. Would you like to make one?
I would.
So you're making a motion to approve the letter to be shared at the select board meeting.
Correct.
I would second the motion.
All in favor?
I, Kim. Kim says yes too.
All right, well, great. So. But yeah, so basically I know that there's, yeah, the thing with the grant, which I think I spoke to you about, Aileen too, and everybody else, was that I was looking at a different grant and then that didn't have funds, so they pointed us to this grant and said, but it's due September 10th.
Right,
So-
time crunch.
And, you know, the building, you know, if we have to do another building in another year, you put it off, everything gets more expensive. And we have to have something that is, because it's a public space, engineered. And we have to have all the plans approved and all that. So that's the other thing, you know, yeah, we could all like, you know, like Adam offered a tree and things like that, you know, we can all try to build something, but we would still have to have an architect and have those engineered plans so that the cost will just jump up anyway. And I'm just excited that, you know, Marshfield's is really looking for a home now for their building, and it's all done and ready to go. And so anyway, it just seemed to fall in our lap and I was like, what an opportunity. And I wanted to try to see what we could take it. So. All right. Well, this is going to be a short meeting because this is about the only thing on the agenda, just to approve the letter. So does anybody have anything else? Anything
Had
else?
you heard anything other than that one neighbor you had spoke about with the children? Any other negative feedback? Cause that was the one thing, like really like.
No,
The location and that is nowhere near the road at all.
no.
Couldn't get any further away.
No, I know. Yeah, no, it's, I've talked to all the neighbors here and, I've just gotten, you know, not real big concerns and pretty positive ones. So, yeah.
A question.
Melody? Right. Yeah,
I'd like to see more to be done to inform the people of the town. As far as proceeding. So that we don't get ahead of ourselves and everyone knows exactly what we're getting into. And I think the more people that know about it, will be able to come up with the appropriate questions that need to be asked. Rather than just sign on the line and we'll write it later.
right. So again, I'm gonna just go to precedent for things like that. There was no voting or meeting for the old firehouse, for the upstairs for this building, for money for creamery and things like that. So, I don't know what I feel like I am working on, because this has been such a short turnaround. I've worked really hard to get the word out in the best ways I can. And so, you know, I don't know if we can warn a meeting in a week, because the grant's due on Tuesday, and you know.
You need
Ask
more
people to
time,
vote.
you need more time to let people know what's
Right.
going on. That's-
But we can still
it's-
keep, you know, depending on what happens tonight, if we move forward, then I can certainly do my best to get the word out to people and ask.
I
And I
think
have.
there's not a lot of opposition to the pavilion itself. It's to the process of how
Right.
it came to have 4 meetings in one night.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
And that was just like, just to approve a letter, that was all, really.
there was 4 meetings tonight. I didn't get to one of them that I really wanted to go to.
Uh-huh,
So.
but it is being
it's-
recorded, yes.
And hopefully,
So Melody, are we done
Ah,
with our part?
We are done, I'm gonna have back, so if, we'll adjourn the meeting at 6:44 PM.
Bye.
I might have wanted to contribute something to the discussion at that meeting.
Well, you got a few minutes, you can go over.
I have meeting people arriving to the next meeting.
Mm. Right.
It's not gonna-